Hey everybody. Shit. Hey everybody, this is a Good Trip Bad Trip podcast for Monday, February 27th. Happy Monday. It is tomorrow will be the last day of summer, so spring is on the doorstep. Are you tired of winter already? You waiting for spring? I know I am. Yesterday I was thinking I wanted to talk about the shuffle button on the Apple Music app. Where the fuck has the shuffle button disappeared? But how? It's the Oscars were yesterday, right? So why not talk about that instead? That's more fun. Let's look at what the nominees and winners were for. So Best Picture. I'll get back to that in a while. Best Picture. Moonlight won Best Picture in a dramatic turn of events. I don't know if you guys watched the ceremony. I didn't, but it's just too late. I'm not in that time zone, and but I kind of read up a little bit on what happened. It's really funny. I don't know if that was staged or anything, but we'll get back to that. Best Picture, so Moonlight's Best Picture, and the other ones that I've seen among the nominees are La La Land and Arrival, and Manchester by the Sea. Best Actor, Casey Affleck from Manchester by the Sea won that one. Casey is a great actor. I think I really loved him in The Killer Inside Me, that Winterbottom movie. That wasn't going to win any awards, of course, but that was a really good one. And Ryan Gosling is probably just too popular and too good looking all around. Although Casey Affleck is a looker too, so it's well deserved. I can't say I watched Manchester by the Sea. I can't say I would say that Casey's performance there was anything outstanding, really. But the Oscar committee or whatnot decided otherwise. Best Actress, Emma Stone, well deserved. Thank God it's not Isabelle Huppert. Thank God it's not Meryl Streep or Natalie Portman. All the other nominees there are a little crap. Best Foreign Language Film, The Salesman. Haven't seen that. Haven't seen any of the other ones in the foreign language films, to be honest. Not planning to, really. Best Animated Film, Zootopia. Haven't seen that one. There are a lot of movies this year in the nominees and the winners that I haven't seen yet. Because it's unless you're in the US where they play in cinemas, sometimes it's really hard to get a hold of them. If they're not on Root Tracker and they don't play in the cinemas where you are, you can't really download them for free or for money or whatever. So with some of those films, it's just really hard to get your hands in them and see them. Best Supporting Actor, Mahershala Ali, that's Moonlight again. Best Supporting Actress, Viola Davis, Fences, haven't seen that one. Michelle Williams was quite good in Manchester by the Sea. Best Documentary Feature, OJ, Made in America. Haven't seen that one. Haven't seen any other ones. Not really a big documentary fan. Best Director, Damien Chazelle. That is super well deserved. He's one of the best directors out there currently. I'd say he deserved an Oscar for his previous film, Whiplash, maybe even a few. I don't really remember if that was even nominated for an Oscar, but he certainly didn't win it. and he also wrote La La Land, just as the same as Whiplash. So he wrote the screenplay and directed it, and he's only 32. Congratulations to Damien. Best original music score. Don't think there was any competition here. Really, it was La La Land. The score composed by Justin Hurwitz. Best original screenplay. Manchester by the Sea. Disagree a little bit here. I think La La Land's screenplay was a little bit more original and a little bit more interesting. Best original song, City of Stars, La La Land. Well, of course. I will admit it's kind of guilty pleasure of mine, and at one point I listened to this song on repeat for like ages. It's amazing, really. It's amazing how something this something this simple and this seemingly pop, not pop in terms of genre, but in terms of being able to appeal to everyone, can appeal to just everyone, from all across the globe, people from different walks of life. It's just amazing. It's really breathtaking how this works. I do not know if there's a special code to get through to different people. And to be honest, I think if you speak about La La Land and if you speak about the score and this song, if you don't like it, there's something wrong with you, I think. Or as one of the tools, really, is either you're craving attention and you're just saying it, you don't like it to contradict what everyone else is saying, or you're just into really weird shit, and anything remotely normal will not appeal to you because you're just into movies where people are eating each other or cutting each other's heads off, or something something either really arty, like whereas a guy smoking a cigarette for half an hour just contemplating life, or really hardcore where it's just people with saws and axes kind of cutting each other's body parts off and then eating them. Best writing adapted screenplay, Moonlight. There's Arrival is in there because it was adapted from a novel, and Arrival I've seen, of course. It's definitely the best sci-fi movie of 2016. It was a really a really good movie. In the Oscars, it'd be interesting to see maybe some of those nominations that they have there, especially they have like a few nominations for sound and sound mixing, sound production, sound mixing, wait a second, visual effects, film editing, sound editing, and then there is production design, sound editing, and sound mixing. Those two are really confusing to me. You have to reward the work of those people somehow, especially considering that nobody knows who the hell they are. I mean, when you're an actor, you're on screen all the time, and people remember your face and understand who you are. When you're doing the editing or the sound editing or the sound mixing, nobody knows who the hell you are, and this is a way to kind of give back to those people a little bit, I guess. But it'd be interesting to see some genre nominations, like best comedy, best sci-fi film, not just best film. I think that'd be more understandable and appeal to a broader audience. But hell, Where did we stop? Best adapted screenplay, yeah, Moonlight won that. Best cinematography, La La Land. Linus Zandgren is the name of the cinematographer. Best costume design, Colin Antwood, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I haven't seen that one. I must say I'm really kind of done with the Harry Potter series. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just don't want to go there anymore. I just don't. This universe has exhausted itself for me, and I'm not really interested in exploring it any further. Just as I'm not interested in exploring the Star Wars universe any further. That's just me. Hey. Best animated short film, Piper. Haven't seen that one either, or any of the other nominees for that matter. Pear, Cider and Cigar, Pearl, Blind Vaisha, Borrowed Time. Best visual effects, The Jungle Book. I actually tried watching that in a cinema, and after about half an hour, I couldn't take it anymore. It was just bullshit. I don't know if visual effects are any good there, but if the movie is that bad. Actually, most of the movies here would be what I would call bad. Doctor Strange, absolutely unwatchable, left at the half. We were watching that in New Zealand, and they had this rule in the cinema that we were watching in, is there was an intermission in the middle, sort of like in the theater, which is a good idea because movies nowadays, some of them last as long as 3 hours, and in the 3 hours you might want to, I don't know, I'm not even talking about you might want to get a snack. You probably, if you're watching a good movie, you can survive 3 hours without stuffing your mouth with something, but you just might want to go and take a piss, or just relax for a while. If it's a 3D movie, take those 3D glasses off for a while. So they had this rule where at the half there was an intermission, movie stopped, and you could go into the lobby and have a bathroom break or get some popcorn or whatever. And this is when I left, in case of Doctor Strange. Not a fan of the comics. I'm not a fan of this guy. What's his name? Oh my God, Sherlock. Forgot his name. Probably for the best. Best live action short film, Sing. Short films, I haven't seen the other ones. This or the other ones. Best film editing, John Gilbert. La La Land's there too, of course, in the nominees. Best documentary short subject. I don't even understand the name of the nomination here. The White Helmets. Best sound editing, Sylvian Bellamari, Arrival. Best production design, La La Land. Totally well deserved. Best makeup, Giorgio Gregorini, Suicide Squad. Best sound mixing. Well, this is sounding really boring now, isn't it? I'm just reading out the names of because a lot of those movies I haven't seen, and I think you haven't seen them either. And there's not much you could say about them, really. Sound mixing, yeah, that's the last nomination. So let's go back to Best Picture. So Moonlight won the Oscar for Best Picture, and what happened was that, yeah, sorry, I had to break there, and it's actually the first for me. I'm actually making a cut and cutting and sticking back together the pieces. So I stopped at the most interesting situation that happened at the Oscars is the announcement, how the whole announcement for Best Picture went. So what happened was that they actually made a mistake. So they announced that La La Land won Best Picture, and the whole team from La La Land came out, and after a while it transpired somehow that a mistake has been made, and that actually Moonlight won Best Picture. So then they had to say that this is not a joke, and then the whole team from Moonlight came out, and everyone started hugging and kissing each other. And I don't know if this was all staged, if this was all intentional to create a little more drama around it, and just, make it that little bit more interesting. But this is how it went. And what they said actually was that they hired a consulting firm, PricewaterhouseCoopers, to count the ballots, which is, I don't know if you need a consulting firm to really count to like 100 or whatever, and make a mistake doing that. But what happened is that they gave the announcer, the person who was presenting the nomination, the wrong envelope. They gave him the envelope for Best Actress, which was won by Emma Stone. And so he said La La Land, but then someone must have run out and said, there's been a mistake. So this was really funny, and especially considering that Moonlight is, I don't know if you've seen it. I haven't seen it. I've only seen a trailer, and last year the whole theme of the Oscars, Chris Rock was hosting the Oscars, but he was probably the only black person there, and there were no black winners or black nominees or whatever, and there was this whole theme of Oscars so white, that their Oscars are for white people only. And Moonlight is, of course, an like all black film, and there is an additional drama around it that they initially announced La La Land, which is also, super white, and then they say there's been a mistake, and they announce Moonlight, which creates an additional kind of drama around it, and draws additional attention to the fact that Oscars are not so white anymore, which is probably a good thing. But I'll have to see Moonlight to actually decide for myself if, as a film, it's actually better than La La Land. I'll have to see about that. The trailer doesn't really say much. It's really hard to, sometimes you see a trailer and it's like halfway through the trailer you feel you've seen the movie and you've had enough of it. Sometimes you're interested enough to go and see the movie, and you're disappointed thinking the trailer was better, and thinking you should have just stopped at the trailer. And sometimes it's the way it should be. You see the trailer, you're interested, you go see the movie, and it kind of delivers on the promises that a trailer makes. Anyways, this was just a short recap of the Oscars, which obviously had both elements of good trip and bad trip in them. I'm gonna try and stick to this kind of structure, and to everyone who got through to the end of me reading out the nominations, the nominees, and the winners, thank you very much, and we'll see you guys soon. I don't know if I'm gonna do when the next one comes. I'm definitely not gonna continue on doing those every day, I promise you that, but I have a few more ideas of things I want to speak about, and I'm gonna be doing some more of those in the very near future, probably in spring. So at this time, it's 1 o'clock here where I am. I need to really get going. So thank you very much. Sandra AK signing off. Bye bye.